Hi everyone, we have a new tutorial here with Procreate and doing a simple quick art journal page here with my new set Mix Media 3 just to show you more ways to use the brush. So first I'm gonna start creating a background again, just like I like to, and my brushes are made with this intent. Just like a real art journals, we're gonna build layers. So that's why I have a variety of stamps, but also brushes that you can paint with, because in a real setup, we would do stamping, we would do stenciling, we would do scribbling, and I like for us to be able to also use our hands and the pencil to do marks and our own strokes than just stamp everything, because I think if we just create things stamping, then we don't take the full I guess what I'm trying to say is that we don't take the full power that art journaling can have if you're just stamping things. So I stamp some background things that I have on the set. Then as always, they're gonna be mixed with the top of it. So I'm also having here some texture brushing here, the grungy brushes. And now I'm starting to put some color. And I have also some free color swatches in my website. So just check the links in the comments and the notes of this tutorial. So now I'm choosing colors. So again, we did the first layer with the stamping. Now I'm having the second layer. I'm going to stamp, not stamp, to brush. So again, we are relaxing, we are creating mindfulness, and we are creating with color using our hands now in the second part. So what I'm trying to do is spread some colors that I want to work with. So I'm putting yellow, I'm putting orange, and as you can see, we are not, put totally on top of the background, but I'm putting kind of around it. So I want a sun layer to appear. Sometimes the layer is going to vanish, and that's okay. It's part of the process. So I'm using some other marks here from the set. I love this one that you can put some pattern marks there. And what I'm doing, I'm just going with the smudgy brush with one of the brushes there in the set, and I'm just, kind of removing the harsh line. Sometimes you need to do that and sometimes you don't. It just depends on what you want to create. I put a little bit also on top there. Again, repetition is key when you're building your layout. So I went to insert a photo and I was looking for a picture there. And I got this picture that I took on my recent vacation. Again, we're working with picture today because in my real art journal, I do this a lot. I use pages of garden magazines, and I use the flowers, but you can use any subject that you want. If you have magazines with animals, whatever you have, you can search on Unsplash and create that kind of same effect here. What I wanted to show you is just the kind of technique that we're gonna use here. So what I'm gonna do here is I created a clippy mask, and you see there the white. I think what I'm gonna do, so I was going to create a clippy mask and remove the background, but then I thought this is too much work. So I just grabbed the selection tool and dot freehand and just selected around it. And then when you put a mask instead of a clippy mask, then it just removed everything. So it was much easier there. And then I just have few of the background there to remove it. And so here what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna kind of smudge the edges here, not really, so it just goes with the background. I don't need to be exact here. This is not a collage kind of layout. I just wanted these flowers to make part of the background here. So that's what I'm gonna do. And see what is next. And what I did here, I duplicated the picture, and then the top one I used a blend mode, and just to give, just to make this picture a little, stronger and pop more. And I apologize for the dog, she wants a little attention. And just looking for the right blend mode here. And I reduced the opacity there is 50%. Later just blend, merge them with my finger. And I'm seeing here, I'm gonna use a blend mode for the picture. I use multiply, and because then if we use a blend mode as multiply, then we make this picture kind of part of the layout. It's not something that is on top, because it looks a little unrealistic. So I'm grabbing here as part of the brush some collage brushes, and that's what I'm using there. And again, I'm just soft the edges there. I'm using also a blend mode, so it's not so strong. And I think I'm going to use on top as well, so we have a little repetition there. That's what I did. And I think for finalize, I just pretty much grabbed the gel pencil there. I don't know if I grabbed something else before that. I'm just looking. Oh, I wanted to introduce some green. So I'm grabbing the green from the picture, but I don't know if I end up with that. I don't think I like it. That's the great thing about digital, right? If you make a mistake, you can just undo it. I don't remember anymore. Yeah, I didn't like that. Oh, I put some marks. Yeah, that's what I did. So I just grabbed this brush and I put some more marks, more layers of marks. And then I think now it's what I did. I went with a new layer. I put a dark blue, and I went with the gel pen. And I'm gonna do something that I do a lot on my paper, is to make lining of whatever I painted. So I'm doing kind of a scribble on top of the flower to kind of make the flower to stand out more. And I really like to do that a lot. I think it gives a little more unintentional mark, and also it makes the flower, whatever subject you have, to pop. So I use that a lot on my real art journal. So try to do that, and then you don't have to be afraid to do drawing anything, because you're just really tracing on top of the picture. So with the gel pen, you can do this kind of scribble kind of effect. That's what I like to have, because this is what I use on my real art journal. So I wanted something in this set that I could do the same. And I'm gonna finalize. Again, I use, as you can see, their external little hard drive on my iPad. So I'm gonna put a Gesso texture. I'm gonna link that. I have Gesso Textures, and sometimes because I have so much, it takes a while to load. I think for something, if I want to put some other elements from my kits, yeah, I think I use this one that has the key. I think this is from the Artsy Goods. Yeah, I think pretty much. So I think that gave a little pop there. So this is the Artsy Goods. I'm going to put the link there. Don't be afraid to use other things. Not everything has to be from Procreate. I like that a lot, because it's just like in real thing. You use a piece of paper glue, you use a collage, you use a stencil. So you use other things to give more texture. So now finally I'm gonna get the gesso to put on top, and this is optional. I have on my first mixed media set some texture brushes that you can also brush on top, but I chose to put some real graphics here that gives even more texture. So I'm grabbing my Gesso Textures here and I'm gonna put on top there. I'm gonna take to the top layer, and I'm gonna use a blend mode, and the blend mode depends on how much texture you want it to show, if you wanna multiply, and the color of the texture also of course is going to influence the color of the layout. And you can use just, I think I'm using 54% here, but if you see up close you can see the ridges and the texture. So I hope you enjoy, and if you create something, make sure to tag me or leave a comment where I could see. I would love to see. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and it helps a lot the channel. And I'll see you next time because my dogs are getting crazy here. Bye bye.